You are listening to Bedtime Dreamy Tales. Please make sure you have smashed that like button and subscribe to our channel for new story. Story title, The Glass Coffin. In a land far away, nestled among emerald hills and sparkling rivers, lived a poor tailor whose name was Eliot. His life had been simple and unremarkable until the day he decided to venture out into the world, believing that destiny might have more in store for him. One fine morning, with his tools packed and a song in his heart, Eliot set off towards the great unknown. As the sun dipped below the horizon, Eliot found himself in a vast, dense forest. Without a clear path to follow, he soon lost his way. Night enveloped the woods, and the silence was broken only by the rustle of leaves and distant animal calls. Eliot, feeling a mixture of awe and fear, realized he needed to find shelter. He first thought to sleep on a bed of moss but feared the wild creatures that might roam at night. Reluctantly, he decided to spend the night atop a sturdy oak tree. Thankful for his heavy iron, which he tied around his waist, he managed to stabilize himself against the gusty winds that swept through the treetops. Throughout the night, Eliot trembled with cold and fear, but just before midnight, a flickering light in the distance caught his eye. With hope rekindled, he climbed down and followed the light, which led him to a humble thatched cottage. Upon knocking, the door creaked open to reveal an old hermit. His clothes tattered and colorful, his hair white as snow. "Who are you, and what do you want?" the hermit asked gruffly. Eliot, with all the politeness he could muster, explained his predicament. Initially, the hermit refused him entry, dismissing him as another beggar. However, touched by Eliot's earnest plea, the hermit finally allowed him inside and offered him a warm meal and a bed for the night. Eliot, exhausted, fell asleep instantly and would have slept till noon had it not been for a thunderous noise outside. He rushed out to see a fearsome sight: a giant black bull and a majestic stag locked in combat. The earth trembled under their clashing might. After a long struggle, the stag fatally wounded the bull with his sharp antlers. As Eliot stood frozen in shock, the victor turned his gaze upon him. In an instant, the stag charged, lifting Eliot onto his back. They sped through forests and over hills at a breakneck pace until they reached a stone wall. The stag gently set Eliot down and rammed the wall with its antlers, revealing a hidden door. With great hesitation, Eliot stepped through the iron gate into a cavernous hall lined with polished stones, each carved with strange symbols. In the center of the hall were two crystal coffins. Driven by curiosity, Eliot approached one and found a miniature castle and village exquisitely carved within. It was a realm in miniature, complete with tiny barns, stables, and warehouses. As he marveled at the craftsmanship, a voice urged him to inspect the second coffin. Inside, a young woman of breathtaking beauty lay as if asleep. Her skin glowed with an ethereal light, and her breath moved her hair gently, showing signs of life. Upon Eliot's touch, the lady awoke and exclaimed in joy, recognizing him as the prophesied savior who would free her from her magical prison. She revealed herself as Lady Isabella, the heiress of a wealthy count, cursed along with her brother and her people by a vengeful sorcerer. Her brother, transformed into the stag, had been bound to roam the forest. Isabella guided Eliot to move the coffin containing the castle to a special stone slab in the cavern. As they did, the slab ascended, lifting them to the surface. Opening the coffin lid, the miniature village expanded into its full size before their eyes. Isabella then opened vials containing blue smoke, from which her people and her brother, restored to human form, emerged. The sorcerer, defeated at last, had been the bull the stag had slain. The world outside rejoiced at the return of their lady and the miraculous expansion of their village. In a grand ceremony filled with joy and magic, Eliot and Isabella were wed, uniting their destinies. Eliot, once a humble tailor, became a beloved leader, his life filled with the love and riches he had never imagined, proving that indeed no one can say a poor tailor might not achieve great deeds and honor. If you like this story, please give this video a like and comment below with your thoughts. See you in the next story.